Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Zara? What's up, Christy? What's up, Milo? How we all doing? How we doing? That looks a little bit low to me. Is that better? It's a little bit better. Zara. It's 12:30 a.m. night for me. Damn. Yeah, you're here early, Marie. How you doing? I'm very good, thank you, Christy. Thank you for asking. Hey, look, we got a new little sign, a little Christmas present from Mrs. Create. I think today feels like it's going to be the same as we did the other day when we, like a New Year's or Christmas one. See how many people turn up. I think some people are still off, some people are still making their way in from, from the holidays. Everybody's super busy. What's up, Kim? What's up, Kirsty? Kirsty, how are you doing? Are you still chock-a-block with your, was it Christmas presents? But I can't remember what particular they were. So, Chris? How's everybody's New Year been? Well, their celebration of New Year. Can't really answer the other one just yet. I've been messing around with some little bits and bobs for the stream, so I can I can swear now. I got loads of little bits and bobs. I got a little stream deck down here now, so you can throw up some stuff, and I can continue to change it, which is pretty cool. Chris, you must not have eaten or had anything. I bet you haven't showered or had a bath in weeks. You've just been bam, 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 bam through my tutorials the whole time. No chance you've showered. No chance. What's up, Louise? How you doing? Now, you'll have to excuse me if my eye starts twitching. I don't know why it's twitching, but I reckon it's because I'm tired. I don't think you'd be able to see it. You swear you showered? Oh, I'll let you off. I'll let you off. Hey, you've been flying through these tutorials though. Absolutely flying. Kim, you're in bed by 11. I think we were. So my New Year's went that I was with friends and we all got like a big barn house together. So we just hung around with each other for about 4 days. Went down to Bude in Cornwall, which was lovely. Really chilled, just hanging out with friends and playing games and stuff, like board games and whatnot. And yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good. And New Year's was good fun. Is the glove really helpful with the screen? So me personally, like Pen.Tips sent me everything. Like I would use the grips if I didn't use the paperlike screen cover. But me personally, I don't know if you can see. I don't think it will focus because it's on manual. There is 2 ridges. If I can try and get the light in to show you somehow. Oh, I can't, it's too dark. But there's a ridge in the middle and there's 2 pieces of material. There's a slightly thicker one on the outside of the palm, which just allows you to just glide across the screen really well. Sometimes I used to get, I know the software will try and eliminate, accidental touches and stuff like that. but the glove just gets rid of it completely. And it's, once you put it on, it's actually really comfortable. It's not very restrictive. The only thing you have to learn to do and change is like where you do like 3 finger taps to redo, like with tapping with say these 3, like you have to learn how to redo it and do it like that instead. I mean, it depends on how you're already doing it, I guess. But for me, like a 3 finger tap was something I had to learn to change, and it didn't take long to do. At first I was like really stressed out about it. You're like, you're tapping away and you're just not doing anything. But no, it's a really good product, to be fair. I use it all the time. And the grip as well. Like, I didn't think the grip would be something that would be quite as appealing, but it's actually one of my favorites. If you want any of them, there's a link in the description to the Pen.Tips website. And if you buy anything, you get a little kickback if you do, just for transparency. Joel, can we please doodle along with you this evening? I've totally missed drawing with you. Well, to be fair, tonight I was actually just going to do a doodle, which was the one that Kat put in the Discord, because I have not been able to do them for a little while. So there's nothing planned for tonight, Kirsty, but I will show you. I will try and think of something to do on another one. I didn't know if you're going to be here or not, so I've not planned for anything. I've quite literally just been sat on the sofa this afternoon, just chilling out and seeing if I was going to have some sort of creative energy, but it's completely zapped from me because, and I'm not sure I want to do a sneak peek just yet. You can't see my screen yet, can you? All right. I'm going to zoom in on a design and show you something that's coming next week on Patreon, and I actually cannot wait. I don't know if this is going to give it away. Well, it might do, but I don't care if it does. Let me switch this around. So this took up all my energy this afternoon in terms of creative energy. I don't usually try and shoot a tutorial on a Wednesday because I know I'm working, like, well, I say working, you know, on here with you guys in the evening. So that is a little sort of snippet of what we're working on over on Patreon next Tuesday. I'm hoping it's Tuesday. I want to get up as soon as possible. Let me switch back so I don't give anything away. It's really cool. I'm so happy with it. I hope it does well. So now I feel like I'm maybe gonna have to try and adapt how I do sneak peeks on YouTube from this point on, because, well, on live streams, because of how the changes to Patreon worked. So yeah. Hey, who got a Sketchboard Pro over Christmas? Because I saw so many people on Discord, and to be honest with you, I just got lost in it. So many people got a Sketchboard Pro for Christmas. Let's go live. Switch it around. So some bits and bobs I've been working on. Some of them are tutorials that are coming up soon. And just been drawing a lot over Christmas. Well, not say drawing a lot, but drawing like bits and bobs when I can, like in my own time, just for myself, and just practicing some bits and bobs. Zara Cat's tutorial did so well. She absolutely smashed it, and if you did it, I thank you, because she got like 100 subs on YouTube for being a guest appearance over here. Judy got one for Christmas. I got mine for my birthday in November. I love the sketchboard. Do you use it often? I've heard people say that they use it in bed, and I'm like, how does that make any difference? But I can imagine it does actually. Got a nice big surface to rest your hands on. Yeah, her style's really cool. Like, she mentioned doing like one video, she keeps putting she can't help but keep putting designs in glass jars, but it looks so cool. Oh, thanks, Kirsty. I appreciate you subbing to her. Yeah. Is it really? Oh, I'm just totally forgetting. We did it. I hit 10k. You probably already saw it anyway from the socials, unless you've been as busy as you are. All have been, even, should I say. But hit 10k. We hit it on the 30th, I think, of December, which was so sick. Like a few days, well, 2 days early of the year, but like a good 2-3 weeks early of the YouTube channel itself, which is just crazy. And we hit a peak of 200 patrons. Like December was crazy, like absolutely crazy. A bit of a tail off now because I think people, you know, Christmas is a bit financially tough.
All good.
Who the hell is that guy? But yeah, it's such an awesome end to the year. Like I couldn't believe it. Thank you, Kirsty. Appreciate you. Zara, if you want to get a sketchboard, it's a really cool accessory. But there's a if you use code JoelCreate, you can get 10% off. So use that JoelCreate, 10% off. So Claire, I know my watch has done that multiple times in the past as well. Absolute piece of. Why is my sensor button not working? This is going to go crazy, I bet you now. But yeah, we did it. I knew that was going to happen. Big delay on all of that. I got a Procreate remote thingy. Oh, cool. Was that from Pen.Tips? It's okay. Happy New Year to you too. Nah, Kirsty, I'll argue against that one. I love my Apple products. Although back in the day, I never used to at all. And then one day I just switched to a phone and then switched everything over. Ooh, Christy, what iPad are you thinking of getting? Should we draw something? Anyway, yeah, sorry, we hit 10k on YouTube. That was sick. We had the 200 patrons little post as well, which was awesome. And that was obviously a wild time. Let's get that up and out of the way. Oh, I just realised I'm on network still. Mind if that will catch up. 2 seconds. Sketchy Tink, are you here in the chat? Is it Sketchy Tink or Spring Mackenzie? You're not in the chat by any chance, are you? A new patron just signed up, but the alerts are just not working. Should we test one? Ah, there we go. That is not the GIF I wanted. That is not the GIF it should be. It should have been welcome to the family. Let me fix that. I want to fix it before we carry on. And Chris, you just became a member again. I think you carry on from exactly where you were. Patreon. I did change it, and it was yeah, there we go. Welcome to the family. I guess it changed back. Right, should we try and run that back again? Although my alerts are just not working, we'll run anyone back. There we go. Welcome to the family. There we go. Love that. Oh, Chrissy, it wouldn't have been you, my dear. It would have been me. I changed it at the end of the year, pretty much. It used to be like $2.99, and I just changed it all the way down to 99 pence or cents, wherever you are in the world, whatever it equates to, I don't know. But it's 99 pence here, so it's just if people want to grab that loyalty badge and keep it going. And Maria, I had the remote and hardly see use for it. It was sent to me for free, and I use it sometimes, but I forgot I even have it. Oh, sweet. Was that by a different company then, Marie? Like, not Pen.Tips? Yeah, because Pen.Tips has only just done this. They're crowdfunding. Yeah, remotes are okay, but I've really had to force myself to use it regularly to get used to it. It is, cause, I mean, the thing is, like, you've been fully trained to, like, you in your mind to just do it on screen. And a lot of the time, they're not that far away anyway. So it's kind of... yeah, could be a bit hit and miss. Let's see if this light makes any difference to that. Something looks odd. I don't know what it is. It's almost like this is too bright, maybe, and that's what it is. I don't know. Not Pen.Tips. I had to force yourself to use it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh god, I want to show you some cool stuff. I want to show you some cool stuff, but I can't. My face. What happened to my face? And Chrissy, I'm good. Things have been busy. I've had no time to draw. I feel like nobody's had any time to draw, like at all. What's right? Let's carry on. Let's carry on with what I was going to do. So what I want to personally do is this year, when I say this year, because I don't have a ton of time to be practicing a singular thing. I just really want by the end of the year to be really good, and it sounds a bit nuts, but sky clouds. So just painting them in, and certain aesthetics I want to try and work. Oh, my face! Right. Ban. Where's the ban list? How do we ban Casty? 3 dots. Let's do this. Let's do this. And this. I'm not banning you, don't worry. I'm only joking. I'm only joking, my wee little petal. Okay, that should fix that. Right, so yeah, that's what I wanted. I want to get good at doing skies this year. Right, I'm going to do the doodle because I have no. Might have to switch the old camera around. Can we have you seeing some stuff you can't see yet? Okay, so if you're new here and you're not aware of what we do over on Discord, each week we put up a little doodle, and then you can turn it into whatever you want, and then post your results in the Doodle chat. So you can now, you can join the Discord completely free, and you can just have some fun joining with the doodles on every Wednesday. No with a Scottish accent. No with. How do you say no in this? No. There we go. No. That'll do. Unless Julie comes in here any second and just starts slaughtering me. Although my son has been on the iPad, I should send you a photo in Discord. So cute. Oh, cool. Do it. Oh, why is that gone in? I'm going to have to redo that line, I guess. Unless I just try and make a selection. And then we go here, we go clear. So I saw like a little idea of maybe duplicating the doodle line. Oh, hang on, I need to make sure I keep the actual original one, don't I? So that's what we always try to do. We always try to keep the original doodle line so you can show exactly where in the design it is. Just helps everybody know what you did with the line or the doodle. Sometimes it's not always a line. So I saw like a little sort of maybe like a little I don't know, little penguin or little bird or something. I've messaged Julie to see where she's at. Ah, she's too busy. She's too busy for me these days. Oh no, it'd be cool. Writing a fiction book. Oh, cool. You're writing a fiction book. I'm just editing it now. That's sweet. You see a squirrel? I can see that too. I'm thinking like a little penguin or something, little cute penguin. What sort of stuff do you guys want to see over on Patreon this month, or even YouTube? And doesn't necessarily have to be this month either. It could be any time. I always like to just see what people are after. See if there's anything I can quickly jump on idea-wise. Somebody mentioned beforehand about a little bit of sort of metallic little look to it, to a design, which I can definitely do. I've got some ideas for that, like a little metal design. Where's my pen tip? Not when there's, I mean, sometimes it's hit and miss. It depends on what type of design I'm doing, to be fair. Like, I'll, like, sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Yeah, you'll notice in most of the tutorials that I don't always use it. This is just going to look so weird for a minute. Yeah, Claire, I think it was you. You're right. Yeah, a little penguin. I can see a little penguin, but maybe the feet need to be a bit flatter or something like that. I'm sure I can get to that. I'm not sure I like this, like this. I don't know. So let's just continue with the line. So the line, original line is there. So we'll just continue to add in some extra little bits. I'm not even sure if this actually will resemble a penguin fully, like bit for bit. I don't want to, I'm not really interested in making it look like something in particular, but let's just have a quick look so we get the actual, get a reference. Penguin. Oh, that's because I typed I need to fix that. Oh my god, all the sound effects are going crazy. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, that's the one. So actually, yeah. So who's back at work then and who's not? Are you back in? Are you livid? I started work again today. Me, I'm at my desk now trying to process eggnog and oh, I thought you said eggnog and OG month. Ugh. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it either this morning at all. Oh. So maybe let's move that up a little bit more. Let's then create a new layer. Drawing assistant. Yes, back to work as of Tuesday for Kirsty. Been a long 2 days. What's up, Lance? Ians? Oh, how do you pronounce that? I hope I haven't absolutely butchered it. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, what did I do wrong? There we go. Thank you. It is it's what, like I said, our little doodle challenge over on Discord. So if you want to take part and you can do the doodle yourself, share your results with everybody. It's really cool. So we did it a while ago, and it's really cool just to see everybody's different perceptions of what they see when they see a particular shape. So some people see different things. I kind of like the sort of fat legs, but I don't think that they work correctly. I think maybe I need to, first of all, not insult the penguin too badly, and then just maybe move them up a little bit, like so. Okay, see, I usually see nothing, not very creative. Me, I'll behave. Behave. Love the penguin. I did a penguin like the Game Boy tutorial one. Not tutorial. Like the Game Boy design I did once, where I did like the dual lighting. I wonder if that's something I could revisit. Do you do it with the set at the same time as YouTube Live? What do you mean, sorry? What, this design? Your worst nightmare. Hi, awesome humans. It's Bart. Hope everyone had a good new year. Bart, hope you also had a lovely new year, my friend. Let's grab the white. So, oh, sorry, do you mean as in what time do I post the doodle? What I need to really do, if I'm going to get this how I want it. I post it on Discord usually in the morning, and I don't always do them on stream, but today I am, because I, like I said, feeling a bit zapped today. So today it is sorry, I'm doing it live as well, but you know, it's always there just in case I feel like doing it. But most of the time, to be honest with you, Zara, most of the patrons start shouting at me if I end up participating in my own my own thing. Do you know what I mean? It's mental, but you know, they just shout at me all the time. I did it once basically, and I participated as well. Posted it in there, got shouted at. Everybody said they were never doing it again. What's up, learner? How you doing? Kirsty, seriously, I'm absolutely useless at those drawing challenges. I've only attempted like 1 or 2. I'm useless. No, you're not. You just need to take a look at it and see what you can try and make out of it. You know, as in what does work for you and what doesn't. Just stop feeling sorry for yourself. I just want to participate. Just want to have some fun with my internet friends. Okay, cool. Please tell me that did both sides. Did it? Can't tell. No, it didn't. So we should see this start to progress. I'll add some lighting in here. Maybe it stood on like a little iceberg or something. I don't really know. But I just wanted to fill everything in. The drawing challenges helped me so much with my creativity. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you get some nice use out of them. They're very fun. Like I said, you push yourself and you also get to see what other people see, which is really cool. Which is just a really fun part of the challenge. The only thing I would say is once you see the doodle, like just take it and don't look at the channel until like the Discord channel until you've like thought about what you want to do yourself, because you can see an idea from somebody else and be like, ah yeah, I should have just done that, and then that's the only thing you can think of. I need to drag that to the top and invert it for a sec because I need to get rid of some of this extra runoff. Much better. How do you find you on Discord? I'm new at this. That's no worries. I will grab you a link. It should be in the description down below. Are you on? Well, you're on YouTube. It should be in the description underneath the video, I believe. Can anybody confirm that for us? If not, I can find it. Okay, Chris Kirsty. Yeah, I can't look at anyone else's draw along until I did my own. Found it. Perfect, Zara. Perfect. There's links down there to a Facebook group. There's links to my Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon, should you want to. Go and take a look over there. And if you're interested, I can show you some of the Patreon tutorials that you get access to when you join. You get access to all of them when you join. You get access to all the previous ones. And there you are, Zara. Thanks for joining the Discord. There we go. It worked eventually. We got there in the end. Alright, how can we make these look really cute? I think the eyes just about there is going to look alright. Then I think I need to maybe take one of them. Whoa. Let's go freehand. Copy paste. Invert. Grab that and let's make a little highlight on the corner of the eye. That should start to work out quite nicely. Duplicate that. Move that across to the left hand side of the eye. So that is the beak and the mouth. So I don't know if I need to move them higher, but if I move them higher, I fear that they're gonna lose the cute factor. Actually, that's... No, do you know what? I think that looks alright for a minute. Right, let's pick a directional light source now. So now we've got our shapes. We can go from one angle to the other. So we can go from like left to right. I think that's typically my favourite to do. Let's use some of these other colours in here. Is that the same colour as that? Yeah, it is. Let's go for a darker tone. Let's clear that one. So how do I want to do this? Do I want to do solid shapes? Do I want to make it look 3D? Do I want to make it look like a flat illustration? How do I want to do this? I could do my normal airbrush. I could pick a random brush. So Zara, this is what another thing I try to sometimes encourage, not all the time, because I want people to feel comfortable still, not too extreme, but to use a brush that you never used before and use that as the shading brush. So you can use, we'll go for 3D, yeah, I like that. So you can use any brush and just pick a random one and just see if it works out. Something that's going to be close anyway. Let's go for something. Let's try and find something that will work. It's a bit different. Cotton. That's a very bizarre one to use. Although that does give off a quite nice little effect. Okay, maybe we just use cotton. So the brush I'm using now is the cotton brush. We'll see how it works out. It's good for me to do this because I can get used to using different brushes and see if it's something I can then start to think about introducing in a tutorial maybe. So this one's got quite a bit of pressure sensitivity to it. I'm going to create a new palette just in case, because I do this all the time on stream and someone will go, I have to have this tutorial, and then I need to backtrack big time. That's cool. Right, so I just went from that one to this one. That's a good idea, random brush. Yeah, it just helps you just experiment, and you might find a particular brush in a completely different style that you're not quite used to. And it push your skill a little bit just to try and learn how to control it, how to place it correctly within your design. Okay, that's cool. Let's work on the body. Where's the body gone? Got the wings there, and that's the body there. Clipping mask. I'm not going to drawing assist it, obviously, because it needs to be. Let's give it a nice little bit of a blue hue to it, just a slightly blue hue. So let's go ahead and maybe drag that into there. Okay, I kind of like that one. And then let's go for this one. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll do it like that. Making brushes is fun. I made some sweary ones. Oh, you didn't. That's very naughty. Oh, I forgot to use my Patreon air horns. I've got air horns now, so I've manually been doing it myself for weeks. Like every time somebody would sign up to Patreon, I'd, like from a stream, and be like, boom, 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 boom. But now we got ready to go. Ready to go. Okay, so I've got a slightly darker shade now, and I can start to paint in the darker areas. That wing there is going to cause a bit of darkness maybe. Just in there. Now the head is rounded, so we need to just basically darken up this side a lot more. What just happened? Did Discord just restart on my computer? I think it did. And now I can't see you. Ah, there you go. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Happy New Year to you, my friend. We're doing the Doodle challenge today, Kevin. So I'm just doing this one to get started with, see if it just gives me some creative spark. And then I might move into something else. So we're doing shadows first. I always do shadows first, because you can build on top of shadows and blur them out where you need to. So always the best bit to start with. Starting to just isolate the highlights on that left hand side a little bit. That's fine, I've gone quite dark with that one and that's no bother. So I've got a bluer tone now, I think. Yeah, I think maybe I need to switch to white, to be fair, and then just really brighten up this left hand side a bit more. The airbrush, it would have been a bit easier, but as we mentioned, you do want to try and challenge yourself sometimes. Let's maybe go really dark. Let's grab a really dark colour. Cast it off the feet as well onto the body would be a nice little shadow here. Nice and dark around there. Absolutely no light around there. It looks like Pingu's high cousin. He looks high. It looks close to a Pipluck, doesn't it, Kevin? I was just thinking that. Why is he high? If I gave him like red bloodshot eyes, maybe. He's not high. Oh, hang on. Contour of the eye. No, we would end up with a little shadow on that edge. A little bit around the beak as well. See, these darker shadows are really where it comes to life a bit more. There we go. And then a very light shadow here on the side of this eye. Oh, cool. That's come together quite well. This is the Doodle challenge, Kevin, as I mentioned. So unless you can potentially think if you can convert it completely into a Pipluck, I think you could. Kevin, have you been playing any of the new ones that came out? Well, I know they're not new, but the remakes. Diamond, Pearl. Thank you, Kirsty. He's looking rather cute. Who said he looked high? But. And that's the inside of the arm. Or the wing even. No, I've just been playing Pokemon Go. Anything else cuts into my drawing time. Fair play, fair play. I got both of them. Well, not both of them, sorry. I got Diamond. Been playing that over Christmas. That was my little thing I was doing over there. Over that period of team. This brush is kind of cool, but it's... I mean, no, it's cool. It's cool. Just trying to work out the best way to use it. Add a little bit of a reverb around the edge of the eye here. If I can keep it in the lines more properly. Maybe revert that right down to this tone. Just a little bit around the eye. Damn. That's the thing, like this brush has so many pressure sensitive levels. Look how big that just went. Like that you only have to press slightly too hard if you've been like doing it all in one brush stroke. And you'll lose the lot because you'll have to undo it all. I think we're missing a lot of the usual characters in here this week, aren't we? I knew it would be the case, like I said at the beginning. I thought we'd have a few people that weren't going to be able to make it. Kirsty, I haven't played Pokemon Go in like a year. See, I used to jump in and out of Pokemon Go all the time. Like, I used to do it, like, I used to feel like I'll go on like a 3-month cycle on and off. Like, I'd play it for 3 months, like, non-stop, be proper into it again. And then it would just tail off. And then I'd do it all again 3 months later. I think I do still do it like that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm, like, in my off-season right now. I'm not playing it at the minute. But I do like it, and I do still enjoy it. I'm about the only one, though, that I know that's in. Like, none of my friends do, but then that's fine. All the stuff that they've changed in it these days, like remote raids and stuff, you don't really need to have people locally to play it. Oh yeah, that's meant to be a bit darker here because it'll be covered up by the wing. Okay, cool. Wow, that's really come together quite well there. Kevin, I added your Pokemon. Ah, cool. I know you're back, Kirsty. We've lost everybody else. What happened? I've never played Pokemon. Sorry, tapping between them. You've never played Pokemon? What the heck? Oh no, that's definitely not the case, Kirsty. It's good to see you back though. I'm glad you had how can I word this? Like, you had a very productive Christmas, didn't you, with all your orders and whatnot. I hope you got super rich from it. And I hope it carries on for you. Darken that up there. Okay, I think the feet just need a little highlight on them as well. Let's just go in with white. I've been doing white everywhere else. Let's go back to the feet layer. Let's just add in a nice little highlight on the end of the toe there. So the only annoying thing I've done with this, and it's just parcel of the doodle really, is I've left the line work in there, and like I've not just created a shape from the line, and that's on purpose, I guess. So my 3D object is outlined, which is kind of strange when you think about it. I think maybe if I turn the lining off. If I turn that back on, where's the line work? That's salvageable. I feel like I want to add that to... I don't like it outlined, it looks peculiar. A Sims player? Cool. Oh, Chrissy, give yourself away. I played Pokemon Go on my phone once, couldn't find any. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I dropped it. Nah, see, now if you go on it now, they should have changed it, so you should be able to find something, and you always find at least one thing a day. It's like your daily spawns. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm actually going to try and merge those. What the heck? I want to merge those together and then clipping mask that to that. Oh wait, clipping mask that to that, but then I need to get rid of some stuff. So I've ended up enjoying this design so much, I now need to go ahead and refine it by sorting the line work out. So that's what I need to get rid of. Let's turn off this one at the very top for a minute, and then let's use this one here, and let's get rid of this line down here. Okay, that's looking cool. And then this line down here that I added, so that's my fault, this one needs to be added down here somewhere to the body. So I think this one here. Just turn that off for a minute, grab that. And then pinch those two together, that's better. Turn that on, so that got rid of that line at the bottom. I think we're good after that. I think all the line work's now been attached correctly. So that's my fault. Let's just refine that a second. I mainly play COD though, enjoying my free time. What COD are you playing? Are you a Warzone? Are you more like multiplayer? Like as in like traditional multiplayer? I play COD with the boys every Thursday at least. I mean, that's like my designated day of the week. Because, you know, got to be fair with my time. Is it my earphones or is anyone else getting a skipping with the music? Sometimes that's me and my connection, but it can be lots of stuff. You just like playing multiplayer. Which COD do you like playing? Is it Vanguard, Black Ops, Modern Warfare, or older? Oh, we forgot his little beak. So addicted to Vanguard at the mo. My favourite for a while. Quick play. Oh, fair enough. Me personally, not a fan this time around. The only fan, wait, oh no. Oh, we can go to the recent section now, can't we? Is with the new one, although it's just seeing the old maps and stuff that get like just huge nostalgia from it, but that's about it really for me. I haven't bought this one. I did buy Black Ops though. That felt like a waste. Right, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you to all concentrate, be good, have fun. Bye, Chrissy. Have a lovely day. It's a lovely day for you. Yes, first thing in the morning, isn't it? Enjoy the rest of your day, my petal. Not really Black Ops, to be honest with you. I prefer Modern Warfare. What was it, the 2019? Like, out of all of the new ones. Like, obviously, like, well, I mean, it's not obvious because it's different for everybody, but me personally, I would die for a Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 remake. Like, absolute top draw. So this is the inside of the mouse. So we actually have to darken the left-hand side, not the not the right, because the lighting's going that way. So we darken up this side and we brighten up the other side. I just love Warzone more than anything though. Some of the, well, I say some of the, Me and the boys have been playing a bit more FIFA though lately. We've been playing a bit more clubs together. We used to play it a lot when we were a lot younger. I say a lot younger, like, you know, like some of you are probably going to take offence to that. I'm sorry, but yeah, we used to play when we were younger, like all the time. But not so much these days. But that's good fun. I've not yet found myself like getting into like really cool, like calm, casual games. Like I can't just yet feel like I can really get drawn in by like just casual campaign games. And I'm not sure I ever will, to be honest with you. Like I just love quick pace games. Like I end up really challenging myself and pushing myself. Let's add in a lovely little shadow underneath our penguin. What time is it? I've got to be careful about the time. So I'm looking after my friends. I'm house sitting and dog sitting for my friends' dogs while they are away. So I'm away from home for about 3 weeks, like on and off mine. They live local, so I'll be back and forth. Make sure my dogs don't forget who I am. Oh, that looks so cool now. Played since 2019. Started playing COD. Modern Warfare came out before Cold War. Yeah, I think a lot of people did these days. So like a proper revive of the brand, isn't it? Add in a little bit of floor down here, I think. Just a little bit of something for it to sit on. Or stand on even. I told my husband I want to be buried with a controller. I'll never give it up. And that's one of the things that are me. I won't give it up. Hey, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Like, me and my closer mates, we talk about this all the time. Like, that you have to have your own time to do your own thing, no matter what it is. And like, you know, I don't really go to the pub or anything like that. I don't really drink too much. Like, well, I don't really drink too much, like, on a regular basis. But, yeah, just, you got to make time for the things you like and whatever you are. I think, like, these days, people, like, don't shame people so much for doing, like, gaming and stuff. And, like, streaming games and whatnot. I've thought about streaming games on here, like, just in my downtime while I'm not in like a drawing mode, like just for you guys to come and hang out with us, basically, you know. But that may or may not be something I do in the future. But yeah, I could never put like games on from when we play with the boys, because it's just YouTube would take that down real quick. Thank you, Guy. You're loving the beak. Actually impact if anyone likes Zelda, and it's free. That's on the iPad, isn't it, Claire? And Kevin, I remember when I was single and could do nothing but work and play Zelda. Don't tell your wife that. Or partner, I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions. What's up, Jay? This is Q1. Jay, this is our doodle of the week. So this line here, see this yellow line running right around here? That's the doodle line of the week. So that's been put together in every Wednesday I post a doodle in Discord, and it's completely free to join my Discord if you're not already in there, Jay. But that is the doodle of the week. And then I've seen what I could make with it. I duplicated it, joined them together, and then use that line to create my little penguin friend here. Just practicing lighting, as always. I love doing little things like this, little isolated objects, and then just seeing what you can apply on top of it. maybe we could do like a little bit of blue in the background, maybe. Just see how that looks. I'm desperately trying to keep it simple, but it looks pretty cool, huh? Nice little doodle. Used PS4 controller with it on the iPad. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to play Fortnite on the iPad because this is 120 hertz refresh rate as well, so you can play. You used to be able to play anyway. You can't now. Fortnite in like 120 frames per second. It was awesome. Cool. That's a nice little doodle. I think I could emphasize highlights even higher. I think, you know, I could probably go in with some much brighter lines on this side here. Maybe a bit too bright, actually. Gotta be careful, haven't you, to just not overdo it. That's what I always say. Gotta build it up. Gotta build it up. Thank you, Milo. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm in Discord. I've done like 2 doodles already. Ah, awesome. And my kids are passionate. My kids share my passion, so that's awesome. You're making a wait. What's up, Dobby? Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Dobby's here. Why is that not working? There we go. Okay, I think I'm done. I really want to just continue with the highlights and shadows, but I know I'm going to just regret it if I do. Like a general highlight here, like fades out, runs out into there, and just very quickly, just add in a little reverb around here, just see what I can get away with. It looks a lot better. Ignore the white on the outside. I can sort that out. What about that? Maybe. How this party can get started. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it because if I do too much, I'm gonna hate it. So we've got our little penguin friend. The only thing I could do is add a shadow from the wing onto the body. So like I need to match that curvature here. Just so it's casting a shadow onto the body. Nice. That looks much better. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Just leave it. My kids give me verbal lashings when I said Genshin instead of Breath of the Wild. The pro knows when the drawing is done, but I don't know when the drawing is done. Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to post that on Discord, but if you shout at me, okay, let's just quickly go. No, you didn't miss anything, Kirsty. You're all good, you're all good. Thanks, Chris. I'm going to pop it in the Discord now. So be sure to try and give the Doodle of the Week a go whenever you can. I know everybody's super busy. Right, so that's that. 2 seconds. Let's just do that. I think the doodles are fun because we're not trying to achieve something particular. Like, you can create whatever you want. Like this penguin, it's like, you know, it is what it is. It's not, it doesn't have to be, we're not following to a guide. Excuse me. We're not following to a guide, so you are free to do what you want with it, which is fun. It's... Dobby and Gers, it's like you've been reunited. It's lagging a little bit behind. I think we're good there. I think we're good. Let's go. No. Where's... Cool, that's posted. Wait, what's happening? Reuniting, it feels so good, feels amazing. I'm good. I'm about to do a bit of a Karen on my local pharmacy in a few, if they pick up their ones. Don't know why the Illuminati came up at the same time. I'm still working on it. Go on then, let's have it, Dobby. Let's hear what you gotta say. Sorry, so what I'm doing is, I'm just looking for a bit of inspo on a particular style that I want to try and do. And then I'll maybe start drawing some of that there. So there it is. What time is it? We've still got a while, yeah? So like I said, I really want to start working on like sky designs. Like just trying to work out like real moving skies and just work on that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I've got no palette in mind. Right, oh god, I've got to be careful so you don't see any of the tutorials. Let's go back into stack here. Yeah, that's the one. So who's been working on like other bits of content though while it's been the Christmas period? Have you been working on anybody else's tutorials at all? I know I saw, I mean the one I couldn't not see all the time was obviously Flo's design for the lettering, which is pretty good. He's done a very nice job of that one. I always watch people's tutorials, mind. I always try to make sure that every day is a school day. We continue to get better. Because I don't know everything, nor do I feel like I have conquered Procreate as much as you possibly could do. Joel, are you going to have to put a sneak peeks in a stack at the very bottom of your list so you don't flash them? You want me to flash you? No. Wait a second. What was that? No, they go in certain piles, so they're in like a pile for like YouTube videos. There is Patreon videos, and then there's like my general stack, which is just everything. And then I've got a Joel Create one for like other bits and bobs. I'm doing a Skillshare class by Tila Cunningham. Oh, cool. Have you got a link to it? My eye keeps switching. I get to the front line, I know it costs way too much in questions, and they promptly advised me that they don't have insurance. Flash away, Joel, we went down. I've been working on my own art, and yes, I did Flo's lettering tutorial. I saw loads of it in the Facebook groups on Facebook, on the Facebook. So I'm just drawing in some basic hills there because I want to do a sort of sunset scene, but with lots of different variations on colours. Now I just need to scroll through here and just see if I've got a particular palette that maybe will work with it. This could work. Let's do this. This is just literally off the top of my head. So we need a base gradient. So let's go in with maybe a sort of tone here. And this is something I will want to make a tutorial out of, but not right now. I want to feel comfortable doing it first before I give it to everybody else to be doing. So just bear that in mind. You can't bully me into this one. Create a lovely little sunset. Punch that colour out right at the top. Just let that fade down and run into there. Apparently my info was mysteriously wiped out, and they told me that I had to stand in line for another 2 times to get it fixed. We don't know, we're lucky in the UK, we don't have to pay for things. As usual, I'm working on my planets and flows too. Awesome, Milo. Awesome. Dobby. I'm off. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. How excited I was to use a censor button eventually. So what I usually see is people like create these beautiful like little like wavy lines across the sky, like, and they just freehand the life out of it, and it's just mental, and I love it. Yep, little neon sign. Any little one for Christmas? I quite like it. It's actually even smaller than it even looks. You can see it up against my hand, unless I've just got like bare hands. But yeah, it's a cool little thing to pop in the background. Ain't been working on James Julia's in a long time, but he's good. He's awesome. Really, really love James's style. So this is what I mean, like they just create something sort of like this and just go crazy and just really, see, I don't like that one. But then like I'm thinking if you alpha locked that and then you could introduce new colors into it. So maybe you like grab a soft brush here and then soft airbrush and just paint in some other tones in here. You could go darker and like introduce sort of like darker like tones in the sky potentially, like color the whole thing in. But then I've seen people like then layer this stuff on top of themselves. Joel, I don't know how you draw so quickly. Such good work. I've not drawn anything very well. But thank you, I appreciate you. This is the stuff that I want to get better at. So then I've seen like people do this, right? So they'll grab this layer here. Okay, let me show you what I mean. First of all, let's just like grab and create another set of like wavy lines in here for like other clouds, and maybe these can just sit on top of one another, maybe. Let's maybe do one down here. So they start to build up all these tones, and let's just say like you introduce some blue in here, maybe. Yeah. Oh. Maybe you introduce some sort of like pinker tones in this one here. Yeah, either, it's fine. But then what they do is they grab their cursor for both of them, and then they'll grab the warp tool, and you create a curvature in the sky. So like you gotta really work it out. I'm trying to work out how to do it, how that's gonna work. The only problem is I went right to the edge of the screen for some of them. But yeah, it's like a really curved look to everything. It's harder in Procreate. That would be easier in like a Photoshop or something like that. And then maybe they go ahead and they like, keep saying they, but like these other artists basically, they'll layer the effect in some way. So I just saw one that I liked a second ago where it was just super faint, little soft light number. Let's try this one as well. Hopefully soft light looks pretty good. And then that's already starting to get a lot closer to what I was trying to envision in my mind. And then you just keep building it up basically and create these really cool little skies. I'm glad you're feeling better, Kirsty. It's good to see. Well, this is the thing, like when we're going on this sort of like, how can I put it? Like we're all together, like we're all doing this week in, week, like it's in, you know, popping into the live streams and communicating on Discord and stuff, and you start to like remember and pick up on all the things and people mentioning stuff. So like it already feels like I've been with you on your journey with like your health and stuff, what feels like a little while. And so it's good to see that you're feeling better. But like we start to, you know, we create all these like little bonds together and whatnot. So I'm glad you're feeling better. I really am. Personally, I get a bit alarmed when I don't hear back from certain people for a while. Like when like certain people I know, you know, within our Patreon and YouTube and stuff, you know, they're not very well, and it's tough to not hear from them for a little while, and all they're doing is just recouping, and that's fair enough. But you know, it's yeah, I don't really like it so much when you don't hear back from people. So what I want to do now is I want to now push through with that style. So let's try and do it. So I've never done it like this before. It's very much on the fly. Maybe down here on these hills we need to introduce some dark colours just for the hillsides down here. This will actually work out as quite a nice little palette of colours to use for this. And then maybe the one in the distance is slightly darker again, or lighter even. That's lovely. And we can maybe introduce some of those colours onto those hills and stuff as we make our way through. Nice little bit of light coming through there, and then on the final one in the background, maybe we'll also do the same on there. Just emphasize some of those brighter areas in the background of the scene. Push that along like that. So we've got a nice little scene there set up. So now we can start to work out the sky. I don't know where Rebel is actually. I do not know. Cool. So let's try and do that. Now, I have seen other people as well use particular painting brushes. Now, what they are, I don't know. But using a painting brush to do the sky instead. So they will press quite firm. I think it's sometimes the flat brush. And they'll just literally just sketch across the sky like this. Create some lovely, lovely whirly skylines in here. I admire people that can just crack on. Create some nice little fluffy clouds up in here. Julie hasn't replied to my message, so I'm assuming she isn't coming. She messaged her earlier on, didn't she? Oh, she tell her, like, I heard from her earlier on, merely being that she commented on the Harry Potter post I made over on Patreon. And Jake, that's my problem. I don't always know what brushes to use. Yeah, sometimes it's a guesstimate. See, like now I've gone in a completely different direction from those solid shapes. And I'm just using this to my advantage at this point to try and, you know, practice some other designs. Well, not other designs, but other styles. So glad I got a chat with the other Ride or Dies though. I've missed this little group. Ah, lovely to hear. Everybody's been looking after me, so don't worry. They have definitely been here through all the Christmas period, which is lovely to hear from everybody. A couple of my friends recently have been like, you know, just querying, you know, how's things going with Joel Create and stuff, and you know, just seeing how things are moving and stuff. And like to me, day to day, I'm checking numbers all the time, but they didn't realise like how far things have already come in such a short period of time, and nothing but nice words to say, which was nice. And genuinely, like, you know, super happy for us to hit 10k. You know, I was so happy for that. That was just like my first year goal, really. Once I knew everything was taken off, just start to really stay focused on that. Not too focused though. You can't get hung up on it if it doesn't happen. Wait, what am I doing? I just turned around and I'm an honorary lady. Hang on a minute. I was talking about my ladies, but yes, Joe, I missed you too. I got too kind. What other overlays have we got? Oh, I've got this God one. So I get like a little glow on the camera there. We got a rewind one. We've got a maths one, in case I'm trying to work something out. I've got loads more. A little Illuminati number. I'm gonna add loads more. I don't think Joel wants to be a lady. Nah, I'll stay as I am, but you have a lovely time. John is Illuminati confirmed. Yeah. We had a good run, chat. That's it. I'm out. I'm exposed. See you later. I sold my soul. sold my soul to, who's in charge of YouTube these days? Sundai Pichau, I think it is. Joe, you would make a beautiful lady. I already have the luscious locks. That's the thing. Yeah, that hair is just absolutely fabulous. Just give it a little slow mo. It's coming on quite well, though. Just need to shave that face. Yeah, that is true. This is a fun little test. I don't draw clouds like this very often, and I think they are a very, very particular style that you have to nail. But they actually look very cool. Congrats on 10.2 YouTube subscribers, John. Yay! Thanks, Dobbs. That sky scene is looking fire. Thank you. I need to add some darker tones into these clouds. But this like brush, like when so sometimes, I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, and I probably am, but when I draw, sometimes I go blurry-eyed because I do it on purpose. Like I purposely go blurry-eyed a tiny bit because I can get an idea for the image itself rather than it's really hard to explain, but it blurs the details. It creates like this, you kind of get an idea like how much detail you're moving into. It's a very weird thing for me to try and explain, but yeah, I do that sometimes. This is probably why when I come on here and then I'm like, oh guys, my eyes are hurting, that I need to go see a doctor or something, an eye doctor. What's the brush you're using for the white? So the white, just so you know, is slightly off-white there. And the brush is the flat brush at the top of painting. Opacity is 100%, size is 2. And Zara, looks great. I'm off to sleep. Take care, yo. Thanks for staying up late, hanging out with us. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you come and say hello again. Oh, make sure you try and do the Doodle challenges in Discord. But thanks for hanging about. Okay, really enjoying that. That looks cool. Maybe we introduce some different tones. I'm scared to maybe drop some purples in here, but we're going to do it. We're going to be brave, and we're going to add in some purples in these darker areas. Half tempted to actually do that on a separate layer just in case I really balls it up. Like I've gone in with purple just to try and sort of match up to that sky a little bit more. You have to keep doing what you're doing and enjoy it. Everything else will come on its own. Exactly. It's really fun. So we all came back on the... did I just miss a notification? Did that something come up then? No. We came back from our little trip away on New Year's, and my friend was like, oh, what have you been up to then since you got back? Because we left like first thing in the morning, so roughly around about sort of 10ish, I guess. And I said, oh, what have you been up to? I said, I came straight back home, mate, and I recorded a video. That's all I want to do. And he's like, fair enough, mate. Fair enough, you crack on. You're killing it. You carry on doing what you're doing. And that's exactly what I like to do these days. I can't wait for you guys to see the creations that we've got coming up. You know, like the Potter one and stuff. Maybe I go in with a bit of blue in here. So Celia, Chris said, don't put pressure on yourself. No, I won't put pressure on myself. It'll come when it comes, as you said. I think like now I'm not watching the numbers at all. You know, I hit 10 and I've just cracked on with it. Really, you know, I've got more work to be doing. I've got to be creating new content and new designs. So like now I'm not so I was really focused on it merely because I just really, like I've said to you guys loads of times on stream, just really wanted to hit it before the end of the year. Like I wanted to sit there New Year's and go, we smashed it, and we did. I genuinely felt like sometimes I feel like I go on a little bit too much about, you know, like this, that and the other, but genuinely like on New Year's, like I felt a bit like emotional about the whole year because it's just been crazy. A crazy year. Well, last year was. Now we do it all again. We do it bigger and better. Thanks, Marie. Cheers, coach. The coolest thing is, it was just great fun the whole time, like the whole year. I'm going to try and introduce some clouds right in the distance, but like maybe very light clouds in the distance. So like try and do some more like in here. Oh, that's quite nice. So let's grab the lighter tone. Just very lightly, just bulking up the edges there. I've missed a little bit there. Jake, I love it too. How does he pick such good colours? This, I can't remember how I did this particular palette. You can have the palette if you want it. I'll happily give you the palette if you want the palette. I'll check it over on Discord. The sky looks great. It's still here. You're just waiting to fall asleep, aren't you? Is that what you're doing? Using my monotones to knock yourself out to sleep. That's alright. I know what you're doing. It's all good. So with this, like, it's good to do like little, just very lightly, just zigzaggy, and just build it up really. Add some streaks in there. That's what I feel like. So this is what I mentioned, like about nailing like clouds and stuff, like and skies this year. Like that's what I really wanna come at the end of the year with, like some really improved skills with sky. But adding in some just occasional streaks and being brave with your sky is super important. Like if you can be brave, push yourself to limits. I didn't know you had. Milo, I have to go. See you guys, and much love to you all. And Joel, thank you, Milo, for dropping in. I appreciate you being here as always. Appreciate you saying hello. Have a lovely week. Hopefully see you next week. So the cool thing with this brush is you can build the color up like a lot. So if you start to paint in some colors, like I'm seeing up here, this looks like it's unfinished. But if I just go back to it, fill in some of the gaps, the way you can build this color up in this particular brush, if you press super lightly, that's all I would recommend, is if you come to use this brush, just do it very lightly and just build up the tones. create some lines in the sky there. Look at you guys all say goodbye to each other. You're cute. And we're also missing Kat today as well. She mentioned she would not be available. Quite literally just jittering my brush, just shaking it up and down, and that's creating random texture. So it's just building it up. So one thing by doing this, I understand a little bit more about James Julia. You know, shout out to him. He's just sick. Like straight away, like I want to get it straight out there. The guy's unreal. Like the skills that he has is impeccable. But I start to understand the way he does his tutorials, because this is all very much, my tutorials are very different. So my tutorials are very much like, right, let's draw a shape, color that in, shade it, highlight it. Whereas this, it's a whole process. It's just a matter of just building it up. I've frozen on that camera there, so wicked. But it's about building up the process and creating these classes. It's very hard to try and instruct someone to do so. We've lost it completely. I don't know what's just happened there. So it's very hard to, you know, build that up, so, and explain that in a tutorial. But we'll try. 2 seconds. Let me try and get that camera working again. Two seconds, folks. Well, I have no idea what's just happened there. It looks as if my camera's just completely died. And it looks like it's now throwing an error message up, so bear with me 2 secs. It's completely dead. Well, I apologise, guys, but for a minute the camera is dead. Let me catch up. I'm working on James Julia painting now too. I love his tutorials. Yeah, he's awesome. Like, his skills are just unreal. And Marie, trying to explain all that is difficult. Yeah, exactly. James Julia seems to use the soft brush a lot. Yeah, he does, and I think he likes to use the medium a lot more as well. I would love to try and create something like that. It is amazing. Oh, thanks, guys. I mean, we can, but it's just very hard for me to try and make a tutorial on that. We'd like to try and explain it, like, as we go. Let's hope the camera comes back on, but I'm not sure it will. So we'll try our best. And then the dog comes in, so you're all gonna miss Mr. Charlie in here. Don't let down. What the heck? Chris, the birthday shout out was really sweet. Thank you again. It was a highlight of my days, to be honest. The rest of the day was kind of... God. So true to relax. Ah, you're very welcome. Let's see if I can... Let's see if this is actually making a recovery. I mean, I do have a webcam down in the corner here, completely sealed up still, but I wanted to take it back because it's not very good. But I wonder if this is going to come back to life or not. We'll see, we'll see. We'll carry on as always. You can see the main part anyway. The only thing you have to always bear in mind with clouds is where's your light source? Like always, like is it like where is the sun coming from? And then that will give you your direction for your highlighted side of your clouds. It's really coming along nicely. So now I've dropped it to like 1%. I can start to really refine certain bits. And we've got different layers going on here as well. So we've got a layer at the bottom, so which is what sort of my back, more faded out clouds. And you could even just grab your opacity and lower them down if you wanted to, but they actually complement the sky quite a bit. So I'm going to go back to this layer, the main clouds, and then start adding it on top of there. I wonder if we'll do that with all of our birthdays. I wanted to see Charlie too. So I typically do the sort of birthday thing. If it's a patron I recognise and I see, you know, quite often. So as long as you're active, I'm happy to do it. Otherwise, if I did that for everybody, it would be never ending on most weeks, I would imagine. I try to be fair though, you know. But Chris lately has just been absolutely non-stop with my tutorials. So her name is constantly in my notifications. I love to see it. So it's lovely just to say thank you. So now I'm refining those edges. You can see that now they're starting to sort of taper off and come down here with a 1%. So we didn't go live for my birthday, but there was more important things at that point. Oh no, I was just realizing, I was thinking, what happened? And I was like, oh yeah, no, I remember now. Yeah, unfortunately that got completely cut off. We'll try again next year. That's another thing as well, just being a bit open with you and a bit more transparent with you. You know, New Year's, I always think that like a new year, as I get older, I start to realise, you know, people saying, oh yeah, it's another chapter in it. You never really sort of took it in and understood what you mean. But like to me now, you know, it is genuinely a chapter that last year, you know, that chapter of that last year was the last one I had of my dad. And then, yeah, going into next year, well, going into this year, you know, you go into another chapter and you realise the people that didn't, unfortunately, quite make it with you. But maybe we need to move on from that subject for a minute. So Chris, you're doing the same as Kat once did a while ago. Kat did every single one of my tutorials in like the a very short period of time. She absolutely flew through them, and she yeah, sorry, getting distracted by the chat. Yeah, she flew through my tutorials in such a short period of time. It's crazy, but you're doing exactly the same. I'm sorry, Kirsty, I didn't mean to drag it down. Wow, they're really coming along. I'm actually a bit shocked with how good they've actually started to come out, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to give you a load of... Where is it? It's very surprising how this has come out. The little 1% brush is actually quite a good little useful tool here, just to really refine some of those edges. I turn to drawing and music for nerves and stress. I turn to music as well, to be fair. I love my music. See, like now, could I like warp this out here, push that further to the edge? You know, that's just quite an extreme measure, but I think really I should do. I think it should cover most of the screen. But the cool thing with this style is, and with this brush in particular, is it's slightly transparent. So you're letting through some of the colour. So the gradient that we put in the background is strongly affecting the clouds in the sky, which is awesome. Let me catch up. Don't apologise, I'm sensitive and emotional, so I cry over mention of sad things. It's not a sad thing, but it's just a realisation. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is for me. It's a realisation that this year you got to be even better than you were last year from a personal point of view. This year I need to be even better than I was last year. I need to make sure I spend more time with family, and, you know, make more time for family. I mean, I went to see my granddad up in Yorkshire, who I haven't seen for a couple of years now. And I love my granddad, like, and my grandma, like, they're awesome. But I haven't seen them for so... Give me a 1 in the chat if you're still here, because that just... Oh, yeah, I think it paused for a second. You want me to stick my face under? Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, so what I was saying is, it's just more of a personal reminder to become better this year than you were last year. Just as a reminder to spend more time with family, enjoy family, and it's. I think you have to personally potentially lose somebody once to realise that the pillars of your life, people are not made of concrete. They're not there forever, and so you just need one to fall, and you realise, right, it's time to really enjoy everything. So I'm not trying to be emotional or anything. I'm just saying it's that's me going into this year, very much so. So, Cassie, no, it's sad because I lost my nanny in 2017, and it was horrible. I still cry. I miss her so much. I couldn't imagine losing a parent. Well, I'm sorry for your loss as well. Everybody has different relations and different bonds and closeness to different people, so it's oh, Kirsty, I'm sorry. Listen, we'll move on. I'm smiling. It's honestly what got me through the holidays this year, about doing a mental breakdown. Let's see if the camera's going to be working anytime soon. It's just, oh, it stopped flashing red, so now it must be taking in some battery. Okay, so we might be back again very shortly. We might be back shortly. I'm sorry about that. Should I just turn off the camera for a minute? Should we just get rid of that little box? Face cam, gone. Or actually, should I just do that and then add some text? I hope I've not just set off a load of there we go. I knew that was going to happen. Battery. Yeah, okay, it should be battery. Battery, darling. It's a battery. I just heard that back out loud, like a tree that bats just like to live in. A bat tree. No, what happened to the font that I always use? There we go. That'll do. Maybe give the cam a rest. Just always constantly filming my OnlyFans stuff, that's why it's died. Joking. Zara, I don't know how the live started again on my screen, had to restart. Yeah, I don't know, I think the connection just completely dropped out. Just completely disconnected. Right, let's just keep adding in some lovely little fluffy bits in here. Wait, am I on the right layer? Yeah. And then some finer details back here, just sort of feather those thicker lines out a little bit. I can't believe your camera died, Joe. Cat would be so disappointed in you not plugging it in before the beginning. It's plugged. The funny thing, right? So this is how like smoke and mirrors sometimes this all looks potentially. That up there, my camera. I don't know why I'm pointing and looking like as if you guys can still see me. That camera is like bad job. That camera up there is a old phone of mine. It actually works very well, and I bought, compared to the webcams I've tried, they're terrible. And yeah, so I just used that, but it's died, and I don't know how because it's plugged in. So I must be zapping the power out of it, but it can't be. So I don't know what's happened there. It must have been loose, the charger, to be fair. Oh, you want to speak to the manager? Oh, hang on, let me just get him.
Yeah, this is the manager.
Here come the excuses. Are you joking? Listen, if I had actual camera money, we're talking like actual camera, I'll get one. Like a proper one. Not just yet. I'd love to buy a proper DSLR or something like that, just to make it real professional. Maybe one day. If I get these clouds done, maybe.
Well, here's the sleep shop's answer.
GoFundMe camera. Yeah. Let's get a GoFundMe set up. Pin the camera on Charles. Jay, I didn't. Oh, I'm just teasing. I don't even have a cam. Fair enough. Not really. Well, I mean, I didn't have one for months. You guys didn't even know what I looked like. Oh yeah, God, I got exposed on the internet last year. Not calm down. Like, don't go thinking, oh, there's nudes out there. I mean, as in, I got my name, not my name, my face got exposed on the internet. I wonder what a searching on the internet for Joel Create nudes would actually do. I don't know. Right, wonderful Create family, I'm off. This live has taken it out of me. I laughed and now I cried. Oh, I'm sorry, Kirsty, but it's lovely to see you back in here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your night. I'll see you again next week. Yeah, we dragged that on a little bit last year, didn't we? The old face reveal. That was fun. Trying to make sure this doesn't become very one-dimensional. Like, I want these clouds here in the front to be the more punchier out of the lot. So, should we see if this camera's going to work again now? Should we see if it's got any more battery? I'm not sure that would turn on just yet. I'll give it a little bit longer. You'll be on next Wednesday for sure. Awesome. Good to see you, Kirsty. And take care of my petal. You guys see those pretty hands? There you go. These are the magic, mate. What was that gesture? Those thumbs. Yeah, these are the money makers. Wait, who? Hang on. Was it Dobby that was taking the mick out of my thumbs? I got wonderful thumbs. They're great hands. Great hands. Chris, I miss taking pictures. Since COVID, I haven't been anywhere worth taking a pic of. That's my other hobby. I like photography as well. And it's very interesting to know what the sort of situation is for a lot of people all over the world, really, with the old vid. Because it's very different for most people, and depending on where you live, your city. Like, I remember Christy telling us that she's, gone into multiple more lockdowns and stuff where she is down in Australia or New Zealand even, and really affecting them down there. Obviously, I'm in the UK, so I no doubt expect any day now we'll no doubt have another lockdown. I hope not. I pray that we don't. I mean, if we do, it quite literally makes no difference to me, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I just don't want it. I just don't want to be told I have to stay in if just in case I want to. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Just adding a bit of colour onto these hills now. Try and sort of blend them into the same sort of styling as that. Now, I don't actually know what I would want to add on to this scene. Potentially like a little house maybe, but I kind of like that up there, just really clean, just focused on one thing. I feel like it needs something, like something stood here maybe. What if I had... Just out of curiosity, do I have a stamp of something? I mean, that could actually look pretty cool. If I grab that and say this tone, and then flip that the other way around, maybe warp him so that... No, that looks awful. Let's distort it instead. Oh, that was cool. And then I need to flip it vertically. Oh. And then move his feet along and then just drag that out like that. Yeah, something like that. Might look pretty good. But then he also needs a bit of colour. He can't just be a silhouette. And he's also potentially the wrong colour. And he makes the hills look absolutely tiny. But they're proper hills. So what I would do is actually get both of those, scale that down a lot. Something like that maybe. And then grab maybe the same colour as that hillside. Alpha lock and fill that layer there. Alpha lock and fill that layer. Actually no, scrap that. Let's leave that as it is. Oh, that's cool. Just widening up the shadow as it gets further back. And then just move that down so it just about touches his feet. We can warp that though if we need to. Oh, that looks really cool. Oh, damn, sorry. I got a booster yesterday and I'll tell you I'm not feeling so hot. I've never left a Joel live ever. But I'm going to have to go to bed. Love you all. Marie, appreciate you being here as always. I hope you're feeling better in the next coming days. I know it can take a little while. But thank you as always for being in here. If you weren't here, all of you, neither would I. Alright, let's try this camera again. Right, it's back on. I've got a feeling it's just going to die. So we'll try my best. That's looking pretty cool though, isn't it, guys? Let's maybe add some different tones onto him. Maybe brighten him up a little bit in certain areas. You know, maybe we... Oh, damn. Wrong brush. I need to remember the flat brush, isn't it? Is this clipped? Yeah. So we've got to imagine that there's maybe like a sleeve here, and he's got like his hands in his pockets or something. So very lightly just drawing in like a shoulder and then into the pocket there, just adding in some colour. Pockets could do with some colour as well, brightening that up. You know, he's got a hoodie on, so it's going to come across here around the back of his head, a little bit under the neck. Face. This hat could get a nice amount of colour. That's come together a lot more now. I think the camera's loading back up, so we'll see if that makes an appearance again. So that would come around here. You know, just under the sleeve a little bit, on the jeans. Follow some of these creases around the knee as well. Around the jeans as well. And then his shoe here would come across, just to sort of isolate it from the other shoe in the background. That would also get some colour on the tip of it. Minor details, to be fair. Absolutely minor details. Right, let's see if this camera's going to work. Because I know you're all dying to see my face. Right, are we charging? That's the question. We are charging at the same time. There you go. It's me, Mario Charlie. In my way. There we go. We're back. Come on then, come say hello if you're coming up. What are you doing? Come on, up. Oh, Jesus Christ! Just bang your head on the table. What are you doing? What's that? What's that? Oh, Daisy's here now. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here. Daisy, up. Up. Oh, there you go, baby. Go. Whoa. No, I'm at work right now. No, I'm at work. Come on, scram. Jesus Christ. It's working from home malarkey. He's gonna go nuts now in the background, I can tell. All I'm gonna hear is him just like growling and stuff. Maybe I should like go around the edge of... We're still here. Did you see him bang his head? He just like dive bombed the side of the table. Just bang. I saw the camera shake. He never does that. He just jumps up perfectly. Instead he was like arm drawing and just dived across the whole table. I tried to. What a nut. Vincent, would adding a little shading that is more skin tone give a cool look? Just a thought. And for adding some purely red to the hat. To be honest with you, I wouldn't add red, merely because it doesn't match the palette. And then you could add skin tones in there. You could really brighten that up. I could maybe try that. But again, giving it that kind of artistic feel, just keeping it very simple. But I mean, we could easily, you know, maybe just paint in, let's say, his whole facial area. So go straight across there. And let's just go backwards and forwards and just colour in this area. We'll give him some hair in a minute. It's got to be part of the palette. If it's not part of the palette, it's not going to work. And then you would darken up his hair maybe. So the only thing is I don't want to get into too much detail, because if you get into too much detail you have to commit to it the whole way around him, and he's just a silhouette. So let's try this. So let's try coming down the back of the head. Maybe like a little sideburn here or something, so we're really forcing his hairline round. It's not bad. It's not bad. You then have to add an ear in here, like, and just darken up in behind there as well. And that's just where the detail is. I just don't want to get into, to be fair. Oh yeah, I went for it just to see what it would look like. It's just, unfortunately, not what I just want to try. You know, I'd have to then darken up his jaw to then show the ear as well. When you zoom out, you realize how tiny that is. Like, I'm so far in there creating details that you can't even see. You know, do you add then an eye socket and just darken up that area there? Do you then darken up his mouth as well? Not like that. Jesus, there's some strong lippy there. You just darken that area up as well. But then when you zoom all the way out, it's not really worth it. Make the cap blue so it looks like the hat emoji. Nah, I'm not going to do that, to be fair, because it's not meant to look like that. It's not that style. I just want to create a silhouette. That's all. Because we're not interested in the guy at all. It's just simply there to add something to the scene. All we're interested in is the sky. That's all the work. You don't want to sometimes add work in areas that you just don't actually care about. You don't want to add anything in places that you don't want the user to be looking at. I want the user to be looking at the sky and only the sky. It's just a little tip really, but you could do. I mean, all of it's right. All of it makes sense. What did you say there? Oh, makes sense. I know what you mean. I have been following you for a while, bro, and your stuff is great. I finally got an Apple Pen after like 6 months of watching you, and now I can finally draw along. Oh, cool. Awesome. So you've been following along, but not with a pen. I'm at work. I'm at work. You can't do this now. You can't do this now. You gotta get out. Take that. Come on, out. Take it. Out. Get your ball. Get your ball. And then out. 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 like that. Awesome, Vincent. So you started doing some of the tutorials now then? I'm curious, I'm very curious to see if we start introducing some really darker tones. Like, the thing is, again, I've got to draw them on top, and I'm a bit anxious of doing that. But like some really darker tones, and like focus them over to the right hand side. Will they start to really take away? And I think they will. I think they will. We're keeping this super light, super clean. The only thing I could do is affect the background sky a little bit. So I could really darken up this area here and bring some darkness through, but not by actually doing anything, just letting some of those darker tones run through the background of the sky. And the sun's down here anyway, so you can get away with darkening up right round here, should you wish. I quite like that little touch. It really focuses your attention from this dark area now all the way across. If I turn that on and off, you see the difference. This bit of light in here just simply goes from left to right, exactly the same. So I would go back in, turn that back on. That looks pretty cool, pretty sweet. What could you do? Let's see what other things you could do. If you don't already know about this, what you can do is when you're done with a design, you can swipe with 3 fingers right at the very top and go copy all. And then swipe with 3 fingers down again and go paste. Now that'll copy all of your layers onto one layer right at the very top here. And then that'll give you one layer without affecting all the others to make adjustments with. So if you go to your adjustments, we can go to, where is it? We can go to gradient map, and we can go through all these options starting at the beginning and just see if there's anything that takes our fancy. You could get something really cool like that. Some of these don't really seem to apply to what we're doing, and that's fine. You can create your own gradient if you wanted to, but it will just change up the color tone. Neon, pretty trippy. That looks quite cool. I like the color scheme of it, but it's just not what I want to try and do. So let's just tap and undo that. Chris, merch idea with the hoodie text. Smack bang in the middle of the back. Every time I use the snapping tool, I have that line in my mind when they say smack bang in the middle out loud after placing the layer. Merch idea with the text smack bang in the middle on the back. Oh, I've got merch, by the way. Have you ever seen it? It's all on. I've got hoodies and I've got t-shirts and stuff. They're all in the description under most videos now. You can go to my channel and you can go to the store section and you can see all the merch. But that is a good idea, actually. Smack bang in the middle. These are the things like over time that I need you guys to make me aware of. That I say, you know, like I always say punchy. I always say smack bang in the middle. You know, all those other little bits and bobs that I end up saying. So we can create some nice sort of personalized merchandise. Yeah, so these like hoodies and stuff, they're from Teespring, which are now Spring, and they're underneath my channel. It's only new on my channel in a sense because that person's banned. Like, this is just bullshit. Remove. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, you'll only see it now on my channel because when you get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, you can add in your merch underneath a video. What else could I do? So I could actually, now I've got the whole layer on one layer, I can move that small off to the left, grab the layer effect, and then start at the very top, and that always looks really cool because when you go to multiplier, I always think they look better when they're darker, and you can maybe lower that to about say 50%, and then that's a lot darker. You get more contrast in the sky. Turn that on and off, you get the lighter version or the darker version. I quite like the darker one. It also boosts the colors as well. Tila every Tuesday says brand new layer every single time she creates a layer. I mean, I'd also make sure to tell everybody, let's create a new layer every time. I always have to think, I know why she does it then, but you say Tia in every Tuesday says, is that Tuesday video? I do it all the time because you don't know who is like what level people are at. If I told you to create a new layer, you'd know where to go. Lumps and bumps, that's another one. But you know where to go to create a new layer, but Joe Blogs, who just started, maybe doesn't, so that's the only reason why I always do that. Let's change that back up. I love those colours like that, like the darker version. That looks so cool. Let's then go and scroll through these layer effects. Linear burn looks pretty sick, but you lose the hills underneath. Again, you could lower that down if you want to and just take a 50%. Let's just keep going, see what we get to. We get the brighter ones here. Some of those don't look very good, but that's cool. What you could then also do is you can go to your adjustments. So let's move that back into the center of the screen. You go to your adjustments. Let's go to hue, saturation, and brightness, and you can slide the slider and just see if you get a different color sky you like the look of. Now that's gone into some quite green territory there, which is just silly. Go all the way to the left hand side. You can start to bring in some pinks, moving into some sort of red sky, some reddy peachy color, which I think actually looks very cool. You can maybe make a bit more of a peach sky, but I quite like the yellow that we went with to start with. You could increase or decrease the saturation. Increasing the saturation also looks pretty good to me. I think maybe a 60% there with a no change to the brightness. No change to the brightness. And then I think if I turn that on and off, maybe I'll go back to multiply and lower that down to about, say, 50%. I think that's that particular little design done. I mean, that just looks so sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. But you don't say brand new. Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's create a brand new layer. I hear. Yeah, so videos came out every Tuesday, so that's her channel name. Oh, right. I did not know that. Every Tuesday, is that her name, is it? On YouTube? I don't know who that is. Without being disrespectful at all. And her name is Every Tuesday. Whoa. Okay, well, she's obviously an absolute star. She's on 340,000 subscribers. That's awesome. This is what I mean, right? So a couple of friends as well, we like spoke about it towards the end of the year about, you know, where's this going? And I was like, I need to tell you the numbers that some of these people are putting in. Like Every Tuesday there, Tila, is it Tila? You know, she's at 340,000. Like for somebody doing just Procreate content potentially, if she is, which I think she is, that's crazy. Like that's such a niche audience as it is anyway. You need an iPad, you've got to have Procreate, then you obviously want to be artistic at the same time. Yeah, that's such a crazy little niche, but she's at 340,000. Like, I'm nowhere near done. Like, nowhere near done. And like, to try and explain that to people, like, this is like, we're talking baby steps right now. Like, that, I'm looking at it on my other screen, that's what I want. Not for status, not for anything like that, just for like, wanting to like make sure it's an immediate success in other people's mind. That's what I want. I want them to look at the channel and go, oh, like, oh my god, this guy's, he's got it. That's what I want. That's what I want, baby. Awesome. Right, I am signing off now, but before you go, two things I'd ask. Well, I'm going to give you something in return. So if you guys drop a like down below, it helps the video out a lot. So if you can drop a like down below, this is what I ended up drawing towards the latter stages of today. Give me 2 secs because I don't want to give away too much, but I also want to show you a few bits that I've been working on and that you can expect to see pretty shortly. Oh, that camera's nowhere near focus, is it? There we go. And I'm doing centered. Chris, will you keep streaming on YouTube or will you do Twitch as well? I used to stream on both. I used to stream on both, but Twitch just doesn't do anything for me. Everybody who knows who I am is on YouTube, and everybody, like, that's where most of my audience is. I would happily stream on both, but as long as Twitch would pull in some of the numbers, you know, you could pick and choose where you want to. I can stream to both and see everybody in one chat. It makes no difference to me in the slightest. but I gave up on it in a sense because it's just not pulling in the numbers or pulls anybody in. So unfortunately, that's the case. True, she's pulling in very low % of her views though, through like 5 or K views per video. Oh, I always forget, like when you go to somebody's channel, sometimes they always put like their most popular ones at the top, and that's fair enough. Oh yeah, about 5K. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, they're very consistent, aren't they? At 5K. How often does she make tutorials? Is it once a week? Yeah, every Tuesday. That's her name. I wonder if the day of the week makes any difference to her and her channel. Like, I wonder if she would go to like a weekend day where it's a bit more popular. Whether or not that would change things, I don't know. Beautiful presentation on her Instagram as well. Looks awesome. Have you thought about doing a class on Skillshare or similar channel? Yeah, I do want to do one on Skillshare. The problem is at the minute, I've said this for a while, is just a little bit about time. Like, I really want to do a Skillshare class because I'm very curious about the numbers that you can get over there. I think I've got enough of an audience now where if I was to tell you, like, Charlie, out, sweetie, you get tangled in the wires. I've got enough of a viewership now where I feel like I could tell enough people on all the platforms to go, you know, I've got a new Skillshare class that you can go sign up and, you know, all that sort of jazz, where it could get some numbers. And I do see certain people, they do maybe like 4 or 5 a year, not too many. So I would also do that as well. But with poor Charlie. But with what's it called? With Patreon and YouTube as well, then to add Skillshare on when I continue to work a full-time job alongside all of this. It's just time. That's all it is. It's just time. So maybe if I had something really planned in advance and very ready for Skillshare, then I could, you know, maybe crack out a video in a day or on a weekend day instead. Is Kevin? Yeah, Kevin, you are still here. I've been working on this. Oh, do you want to see it? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? You want to see it? Right, there we go. So I've been working on this little Pokemon idea. You know, I like it because it's just a very clean highlights and shading style with Pikachu just coming out of the... it's not finished, it's a concept at this point. It's far from finished in terms of what my finished desired look will look like. But that's something that I've been working on. There'll be one for the Pokemon fans there. What can I show you? This is a cool little design that I've been working on. This may or may not come to a tutorial, but it's not a Koopa. It's not Koopa, but it's maybe just a little fun illustration. I think that's a really cool design that I can chuck on maybe YouTube, maybe Patreon. I'm not too sure yet. And this is a really fun text design that I've been working on. There's some really ace shadows in there from a light source up there, and it's just sort of dripping off, creating this really cool liquid effect. So that's one thing. But this is not the final version, but you saw this on live stream a couple of days ago. This is the YouTube tutorial coming up, so just bear that in mind. That's as far as my sneak peeks can go for now. I've got so much stuff further ahead. Dobby with the $4.99 super chat. Happy New Year, Joel. Happy New Year to you, my petal. You're flying. You've just seen at the top of the screen. All-time highest donator. And that's, well, it was $74.99 now. Now it's going to be nearly $80 up there. You are so generous, so kind. So I appreciate you every single week. You're always here to show some love. Are we expect a tutorial on YouTube, or is this a Patreon one? What, this right here? I want to see the canvas under that one, the woman with the coloured face. Nah, you can't. You can't do that yet. Dobby, what tier are you on Patreon? Are you top tier? You are, aren't you? Don't shoot me down. I just can't remember. Okay, I've got a brain like a fish. Where are you? Dobby. Yeah, super. So that one there, the one I showed you beforehand, is going to be a... you do get to see the pretty lady. It's a tutorial that's going to go live on YouTube next Friday, but it's a very, very sneak peek. So it's a... What can I give away? It's not so much a drawing tutorial, it's like an editing one, but you can do some really cool effects. And I just want to sort of try out some different styles, like where it's a little bit sort of not design, but like photo editing. Oh, Patronum. Okay, I get you, Chris. I'm glad you explained that, because I've just sat here and like my eyes twitching because I'm tired as it is, but then I was trying to work that out at the same time, and I was just having a meltdown. My eyes, like, there's too much to process here. What do you want, little man? If you hit your head on the table again, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. You can come up, but just relax, all right? Relax. You're facing the wrong way. You're facing the wrong way. Charlie, speak. Charlie, speak. No, Charlie. Charlie, speak. Oh, good boy. Right. Oh. Look, you've distracted Daisy now. You've cut my interest. Right, well. Thank you so much for everybody turning up. This stream was good fun. We did a little doodle of the penguin beforehand, and then I got to practice some sky work. So that would be that was a good day's work for me. I really enjoyed doing that. Nice to do something that this is not going to be a tutorial. It's just hands down. I've got to learn how to continue to draw this week in, week out. So I will keep doing better for all of you, and we'll continue to get better. And then maybe we'll do it as a tutorial as when it comes to it. Get Charlie to bark so my dogs will be fair. He can speak. He's been instructed and knows how to do so. He's so clever, like so clever. And his ears are like a cat, like they like spin round all the time, drop down real tight to his body. Whereas Daisy's ears are just beautifully like draped down, just fluff, like just so soft, floppy, big golden retriever ears. So. Zari's still here. Wow, I thought you were going to sleep. You've been here for ages. I appreciate you being here. Listen, if you're new here and you're not subscribed in any way, subscribe to the channel. There's weekly Procreate tutorials. And if you want even more tutorials, you can go over and head over to Patreon, where you can get access to even more tutorials every single month. If you're new and you've not seen any of them before, I've got to be very careful here. Oh, no. That would have been very revealing. We will wait. But if you're new here, you can get access to even more tutorials every single month. 3 a month over on Patreon. So if you want to check that out over there, join the community as well on Discord if you haven't already. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. And we'll be back again next Wednesday. No changes to the schedule, but keep an eye out for the YouTube video that's going to be going out on Friday. And I'm going to love you and leave you. Enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, morning, evening, night, and I'll see you again next week.